time to take some Molly.
For all your questions, quandaries, and problems, philosophical queries, she's got you covered. Take some Molly!
Welcome to Take Some Molly. I'm your host, Molly Smithson, a.k.a. Molly Golightly, a.k.a. Mallrat. And on this episode of Take Some Molly, we're taking a deep dive into like some gross, icky, weird questions. I'm here with Kate Houston, who's a comic friend. Introduce yourself.
Yeah, I'm Kate. I don't know. I've done like some open mics in Portland. It's been about 4 or 5 I've done regularly, but I don't know, kind of taken a bit of a hiatus.
Yeah.
Past 5 months or so, which is my like polite way of saying I'm getting laid again.
Nice.
So,
way to go.
Yeah, so that's pretty dope. But now, I don't know, she's actually kind of pushing me into getting back into it.
Good.
So I'm trying to dive in.
I'm glad you're diving in on Take Some Molly. This is
yeah.
awesome.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Just pew, right into the pool.
Nice. And so we were talking about you're an engineer. Tell us, I mean, that's kind of like what you do. Tell us about your other passions, who you are.
Oh, who I am? Well, apparently I'm passionate about Grubhub.
Nice,
Been
Grubhub.
doing that, but like I've actually been getting into like resale.
Okay.
Like upcycling.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah, like going to yard sales, estate sales, even
Yes.
like Goodwill bins. Have you ever been to the Goodwill bins?
Oh, yeah. You should listen to the second episode of Take Some Molly.
Oh, okay.
Plug.
I obviously
Plug.
did not do my homework, so.
This is such a meta plug, plugging your own show on your show. Episode
check out our
2, Nick
previous
Puente, Kelly Irwin, they're big vintage. There's a lot of vintage shoppers in the Portland comedy
definitely.
scene because it's cheap.
Exactly. So I, like Megan, my girlfriend, does like clothes,
Oh, nice.
but I do kind of everything but clothes. I know no shit about clothes.
Are you like fixing up furniture or what are you doing?
I'm doing like small stuff. I'm trying to do as little work on those things as possible. Just kind of find them as is.
Right.
Maybe like I've been doing lots of like vintage toys, board games.
Ooh, spooky.
Because you kind of have to find a niche.
Yeah.
Like you can't just sell a bunch of random crap. Like I pretty much just started with shit that I had lying around my house that I didn't use.
Right.
And like video games, and like I sold my PS3 for like more than I paid for it, which was pretty awesome. So yeah, like just kind of getting more into that and kind of treasure hunting at this point. It's pretty fun.
Cool. So games, what's been the most interesting game that you've discovered?
I think like the coolest one that pops to mind, which I haven't sold yet, I have like a little mini eBay store. It's kind of getting off the ground, but like have you seen those little like puzzles with the squares in it, 1 through 15? You have to like move all the little squares around. So I found a set of 2 that are like that, except for it's 31.
Oh,
so it's like it's like double the size. They come with little like cases and stuff. I got them for like $1 each.
Oh my god!
So random
love
estate
this.
sale. Yeah. So it's like I don't know. I just threw them on eBay, took a bunch of pictures because you have to.
Yeah.
People get really pissed if you
Yeah.
send bad quality stuff on eBay.
It's true.
I've read some reviews where people are really mad.
The internet is so accountable these days. It's something
It's
I love and
remarkable.
also like makes your life really frustrating.
I know, right? It's like you have to build a reputation because it's like otherwise people are like, fuck this bitch.
Yeah.
I can buy from a million other people, so you gotta like have something quirky about you, and I'm kind of quirky.
Perfect.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Do you have a name for your eBay?
Yeah.
You should get on Etsy.
I should get. I've heard mixed things.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like Etsy is apparently like a little cheaper, but eBay, it really depends on what you're trying to sell.
Right.
All of the collectible stuff.
That
Apparently
makes
eBay is
sense.
kind of the go-to because like old people collect stuff and old people use eBay.
Old people are so weird.
Oh, old people. Yeah, they're just like, I was on the internet since 2000 and eBay has been around since. I don't trust.
It's crazy. Like Yahoo.
apps.
Think of people who still go to Yahoo. When I
they
go to Yahoo, my eyes kind of
AskJeeves.com.
bleed. Does Ask still exist?
AskJeeves.com. I don't know, but even
Someone
like.
owns it, right? Let's look. I'm looking right
yes,
now.
please. Let's look.
What if I always like hope that Ask Jeeves and like different
Let's see. The moment of truth.
ask.com.
Oh, good. Well, that's.
Oh, let's ask because this is a question podcast. What should we ask? What's a question you've had in your life recently?
What the hell should I do with my life?
That's
kind of broad. It's like,
one.
let's not get too dark, but that's kind of where I'm at the moment. Asking the magic 8-ball.
Oh, you know what's a fun site? Actually, I can read your tarot cards. This is the IRL version.
Ooh.
But I used to go to this site as a kid called oracle.com.
Ooh.
And it had like tarot, something I Ching.
Oh, yeah.
Yes or no floaty pen. Still do that one sometimes because sometimes you just can't make a decision.
No,
you know?
let the cosmic forces make it for you.
Exactly.
It's like,
or tell you which one you actually really want. Like if you keep redoing it, you know what you want, Molly.
yeah,
Fucking do
exactly,
it.
exactly.
That's how the cosmos work. That's something that just bothers me about people who like hate on witchcraft or like cosmic
Right.
energy is like, even if it's not real, it made you decide to do something, and it's not an external force that you're believing in that's like
your own intuition.
white man or like,
Yeah.
you know, it's like it's still a way of whatever, believe in something. You know,
Yeah,
we're
right.
human.
I agree. It's like there's stuff out there that I can't see. I don't know what the fuck is going on. We see
Right.
like our perceptions are tied to living on Earth.
Yeah.
And there's a lot more to the universe than Earth, believe it or not, humanity.
True.
So I don't know. I just feel like, yeah, even if it's just asking yourself a question, it's still useful.
What's your favorite like world? This is what the universe is theory.
Oh my gosh, is this a comedy podcast?
I don't. Well,
Am
yeah,
I supposed
but
to be funny?
You're supposed to be
Okay,
funny, but
I'll be
also
funny
like
about
tell us
it.
about yourself, and then we'll get into
Oh
the
wow,
funny
we
stuff.
got real deep real quick.
Yeah.
I guess that's something that I haven't really. There's a lot of theories like
Yeah.
the multiverse theory and like higher dimensions and like are they spatial dimensions? Or are they some sort of other dimension? There's like, so personally, if I had to like pick, it would be like there's a bunch of different spatial dimensions and a bunch of different time dimensions, and we're on like
Agreed.
the first couple levels. Like we have 3 spatial dimensions and 1 time dimension. That doesn't seem like very many. You
So
know?
true. Yeah.
So it's like maybe there's a lot more, and they're all tied together in this weird way. And
who knows?
the Big Bang, my favorite theory about that is there's a thing called there's a theory that at the inside of every black hole there's a white hole where the stuff shoots out.
That's what she
So
said.
basically another universe is shitting its pants and
Yeah.
creating a new universe.
That's amazing. Pooping back and forth.
Yeah,
Have you
just
seen
like
that
share-
Miranda July? Like, it's a great movie.
I have
don't
not
know.
seen that.
That's not the name. That would be a great porn name, though. Somebody should make an indie porn. So, okay, I think we've gotten deep. We know
Yeah.
your worldviews. Should we get into some gross questions? Because
Yeah.
that's why we're here. Honestly, though, I think gross shit is the most human of experiences in comedy because everybody poops.
There's even a book about it.
Everybody has different bodily functions. Everybody has awkward shit. Literally.
Sometimes literally awkward shit.
That's what this all started out with. The most
Yes.
classic, like, comedy conversation in the world.
Like Kate
Tell
gets
us.
drunk and just like for some reason decides to tell not a stranger but at all, but you know, acquaintance friend,
Yeah.
hybrid kind of deal,
Right.
you that like I shit my pants at 2 points in my life. I just decided to share that with you.
To
and
which I replied, though, I've shit my pants like 2 times in the past 3 years.
Yes. So it's like, all right, I feel better now. Cool. I'm gonna just go ahead and put all of the shame
Yes.
towards you.
Do you want to share your story? I will share mine if you don't want to.
I will share one of them because it's
Okay.
happened twice,
Right.
and one time I think was like way worse.
Yeah.
But it's hard to decide. But the one that I'm pretty sure is worse is I was like in Germany at the time, Berlin, Germany. I was a tourist. And it's not just that I like shit my pants, is that I like shit my pants when I was out and about.
Right.
I was actually standing in front of the Berlin Wall when I sharted and shit my pants. Just a little bit. Just a tiny little bit. Honestly, just
That's
like
a
the
great
tiniest little
bodily
bit.
reaction, though, to the...
It was so wondrous.
Mr. Gorbachev, shit on this wall.
Pretty much. I wish I didn't quite have enough like velocity to actually get it on the wall. It stayed all in underwear, but
Man, what a graffiti.
just
Wow. And how old were you at this time?
How old was I? I was 24.
Okay. Yeah, an adult. I shit my pants last year, but that was not like that bad at all. I was right next to my house, and so I just ran back inside and opened up the toilet and realized I didn't flush the toilet when I took a shit earlier. So I was like, okay, that's great. Thank you, universe, for this. But the worst time, but also funny, I shit my pants the first day of 6th grade.
Just kicking off middle school really, really well. Like the most awkward time and the most awkward way.
And I had like gone to 2 different schools for elementary school. So I had bad first days in general, like not popular. It was like, oh, this is a big day. Farted, sharted.
Think it's a fart. Actually a shart.
Mm-hmm. And I was wearing a skirt. I remember being able to feel the leather of my dad's Jeep Grand Cherokee.
Is that like triggering now? Is leather like a little triggering
It's
now
honestly kind of, I would say, more of a fetish. Not because of the shitting. Not because of the
Shit,
shitting.
I almost ripped out the mic. Oh, my headphones.
Yeah,
Oh
we
my
can bring
God.
this closer. Hold on. This might be useful. What do you think?
Yes.
So many chords go into podcasting. I just want to tell everyone this is the real life part.
Be ready.
Yeah.
Anyways.
So yeah, it's a little bit of a, but not because of the shitting. I had that car in college myself. It was, a comfortable car in my life in my adolescence.
You had really bonded with it.
Yeah.
At that point.
And it was like, we took it to North Carolina, so the summers were hot. It was hot leather, sitting next to my sister. I don't even know. I was sitting in the bitch seat, and I don't know why. Like, just so I could look out the front window, I guess.
It is sometimes a little higher.
Yeah. And when you're a kid, like, my legs are still short enough, so. But, yeah, I sharted, and I said, I sharted. And my mom goes, what? And my dad goes, she said she sharted. And so then we pulled over to Hawthorne Pizza. Shout out. It was great pizza. Ran into the bathroom, and my mom gave me her underwear and threw mine away, which was so
That's
sweet.
Like the underwear off her.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Underwear off her butt.
But that was like, I was about
Her
to say
back.
a lot of weird things about your mother, and I really just didn't want to.
Yeah, that's good. No, she's a lovely lady, and she'd do that again today. And they were like big, thick black underwear, like lady shapewear. And then I got to middle school, and everyone was wearing pants instead of skirts. Fucking always.
Oh, that must have been
It hurt.
moderately disheartening.
Yeah.
Just not off to a good start.
So
Oh my God.
what I would say after this about shitting my pants, like the advice I'd give people, always carry a handkerchief of some sort.
Oh yeah, just easy.
That's one thing, because then you can at least, it depends on how much you shit your pants.
It does.
For sure.
It depends on where you are.
Yes.
Like napkins in the car. Like that.
Yeah.
That's like decoy.
Yeah.
Like it's a fault. It's like a red herring. It's like, oh, you think this is for like cleaning up messes? No, this is like my paranoia.
Yeah.
About shitting my pants. Like
well, I spill a lot of things in the car.
So it's like easy.
So it's
hide it in plain sight.
Yeah. Like multiple coffees a week, if not a day. Yes, I would say napkins are great. Also, pull over immediately when you shit your pants.
Don't, because it will get on the seat.
Wait, like don't try to hover your butt of any way. Like
because the other time I shit my pants in the car, it wasn't moving.
Right.
But it was in the car, and it was a lot.
Yeah, I've done it before where I haven't even like eaten breakfast. That's a big thing too. Don't drink a bunch of coffee, and then like know your body. Don't fucking let it out.
Yeah, no, like it's like you do realize that if you drink 3 espressos, you're gonna need to shit. You gotta time everything.
Yeah. So that's step 1. Don't drink too much coffee. If you do drink too much coffee, eat something that's carby or like a fucking
Fibrous.
protein bar. Yeah.
Maybe not.
Maybe fibro. Yeah.
Yeah, I
And
guess
then
it would
just,
make you a little more regular.
Yeah. Then, and don't wear white pants for many
Pretty
reasons.
much ever. Like, that goes for, like, you know, menstruation as well. Like, why would anyone in this day and age, any woman at least, ever wear white pants? No, anyone, any gender. Why are white pants a thing?
Yeah, I'm #blessed that I don't have a period because I have an IUD.
Oh, see, like, I'm a lesbian, and so
there
I
you
get
go.
my period.
Yeah, you don't
it's
need
really
birth
awful.
control.
But it's also awesome.
Yeah.
It's like a double-edged sword, like most things. Yeah, like, I don't have to ever worry about getting pregnant except for I actually have to do the horrible bleeding thing.
Yeah.
It's worth it.
Yeah.
#worth it.
#worth it. Yeah, no, I have a complicated relationship with my IUD. It's
like, you would put it's complicated on Facebook. Like, are you gonna make a little Facebook profile?
I should. I'll post that right now. No, don't focus on conversations. Don't get on
because you'll hear
social
this
media.
again.
Yeah, I'll post it when the episode comes out. Let me make a note of that. Post relationship. Go FB official with my IUD. Sean is not on Facebook, so like that's
perfect.
Fine with me because that IUD and I have been together for longer than he and I have, and we've been through a
your
lot.
Longest committed relationship?
As of now, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
And it's like intimate, like it's in you.
Yeah, but it's lost in
times. Me. It's what?
Lost in me.
Oh goodness.
Isn't
there a love song about that? Like, I'm lost.
Oh my God,
something?
that would be such a good country song.
Yeah. Oh man, I'm
my doctor lost my IUD. She did. I don't have anything against female doctors. Obviously, I'm a woman. I'm a woman. I'm perfect. No, she could have been a good doctor, but she just red flags from the start. Asked me about like my healthy habits, and I weighed probably 20 pounds more than I do right now. So it's not like I was obese in any way,
right.
You know, it wasn't. And I was like, yeah, I eat fruits and vegetables. And it was like a needling question. She was tiny hands, bird bone hands, like afraid to shake her hand.
You're gonna break her. You're just gonna like squash her cute little fingers.
Very tiny. And so she suggested the IUD because I was getting on topiramate and an SSRI. And so it was like, don't get pregnant on these. Use birth control. And I'm bad about taking the pill. No surprise
it's fucking
there.
Annoying. I did it for a little bit, but
yeah. So she cut the string when she measured my uterus. She cut the string too short with her tiny little hands, probably.
Tiny little
tiny hands. That's tiny-handed doctor.
What if? Oh my God, tiny hands.
I know.
So that's a new insult, Dr. Tiny Hands.
Mm-hmm. It sounds like it's related to Trump, but she just literally had tiny hands.
You can't trust
She was
them.
probably like 5 feet tall. Not that I'm saying doctors can be any height, but like I feel like you're overwhelmed by my size and you're talking about perception. Like
But like, I don't know, it just seems like, why would you cut it too short? You can like, honestly, if you're cutting anything, cut it too long.
True.
You can always cut it again.
Yeah.
It's like,
yeah, that's true.
Honestly,
she
you can
as
always
a
do more. That's just someone who's impatient.
I should sue. No.
Patience is a virtue.
Yeah. No, it's somewhere in my uterus. It's not. They did like an ultrasound. It's there. And then I had them do another one because I was freaked out about it. I'm a fucking hypochondriac. And then I was like, oh, ultrasounds are $400.
It's like, all right, I guess this thing's just going to swim around.
Yeah.
Oh, goodness.
I'm praying. #praying to get married like around. Thank you.
She finds her IUD.
I mean, I think it would be a process covered by insurance to get it removed, probably, but it might be like more invasive.
Who the fuck knows?
Yeah,
if that's covered.
Oh God.
That's a whole can of worms, right?
Yeah.
there.
So true. Let's move on to the next question. What was basically shitting your pants, watch your diet, have napkins, pull over immediately.
Honestly, just be prepared and be prepared to act very, very quickly.
Mm-hmm.
And
if you're farting in the
don't
car,
tell anyone for at least
you're
a few
taking
months.
that risk.
Oh yeah, no, farting in the car is way more dangerous than you might even realize. All right, I think that covers that.
Okay, next question. Hangovers. What's the deal? How should you avoid them? And if it happens, what are your favorite cures?
Well, this came up because Molly and I were gonna record, but she had to let me know that it might not happen depending on her hangover, which is honestly very polite. That's
Thank
very
you.
polite of you.
Yeah, thanks.
Because it's like, let's be real.
Right.
Let's be totally real. It might not happen.
Yeah.
It didn't. But then again, I didn't reach out either. We kind of ghosted each other.
Yeah, I mean, 4th of
great.
July is a weird time. I feel like I didn't do anything last week, and I'm like coming out of a fog. And
no, dude, it's totally. I mean, July 4th is July 4th as well. Erica's fucking birthday. Oh my god, don't even get me started about. It's like the birthday boy that you hate. You want to go. You don't want to go to the party.
But they have really good cake.
They have, honestly, and there's fireworks and there's beer and there's fucking like hot dogs.
So
but the fuck, you can't stand the birthday boy.
Yeah.
So what do? You go to the party.
You go and you drink heavily.
Yes.
To avoid having to pay attention
so
to the nightmare.
That's the thing, is that I was not hungover.
Yeah.
After 4th of July. And that's not, I didn't drink that much, so it's not that surprising. But like, I honestly, even if I had drank, I don't know, half a bottle of vodka in the night, as long as it wasn't like in a plastic bottle, anything above which is rare.
Me nauseous a little bit.
Oh god, right? But I would not get hungover.
Yeah, wild.
I know. I have a superpower.
That's so lucky.
It's like, I think I've been hungover 4 times ever. It's always from 3 out of the 4 times I think was from wine.
Cheap
white wine, cheap white wine.
Yep.
I remember splitting like one of those like handles of white wine with someone one night. Yeah, that was.
It's scary to me. I used to do that a lot. Like,
no, I can't. I
can't do it anymore.
So that was awful. But otherwise I don't have that much experience with it. Like, I guess when I traveled to Tanzania, they drink there. Oh my gosh.
Really?
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
When did you go there and what for? Tell us about it.
So at my school, when I was studying engineering, we went down there to install like solar photovoltaic systems. So we traveled around a lot, going to different my team focused on medical clinics. Other team focused on schools.
Gotcha.
And we just gave them power for lighting mostly, because that's the biggest thing, is when the sun goes down, it's dark out in the road.
Yeah.
That's just how it is.
So true.
So like studying and stuff is really hard, like as for students or like providing medical care. So that's what we did. But they drank quite a bit down there. It's honestly pretty impressive. I don't know how they do it.
So you don't get hangovers. My advice to this question would be, number 1, drink water between every drink so you don't
even
get
if it's
a
just
hangover.
seltzer water, even if it's just fizzy water, any sort of freaking water. You're totally right. Like in between drinks.
Drink any? I thought you were saying if you drink a seltzer water, drink a still water immediately afterwards.
I just mean drink some variety of water.
That CO2 will dry out your mouth. It does it's not as refreshing. I mean,
it's true. I think, honestly, if you want to give solid advice, go for the glass of water.
Yeah.
If you're like me, then I just go for the seltzer, and it's better than nothing.
Here's the thing I get anxious about is like asking for a glass of water or like keeping track of it, you know?
Yeah.
Just fucking pay attention to your glass of water. And don't be ashamed to be the person who's doing that, because that's like, you know your body, you know yourself.
Yeah, and if honestly anyone asks, you just say, hey, do you want a sip of my like grain alcohol?
Oh,
and people tend to say no. I mean, I don't typically attend parties where people are drinking half cups full of grain alcohol, but if someone really gives you a hard time about it, you can be like, no, dude, this is like,
I hope no one does that
vodka.
Anymore.
No. I don't know. I feel like, I don't know. I've had like shitty club experiences where people give you like guys want to buy you a drink, which is always so hilarious when guys want to buy me drinks. But I usually let them. But I also like to have a decoy drink because you're out you're out dancing, you're out at a concert or something, and you don't want to just be sitting there with a glass of water. People are like, oh, or I mean, at least have some sort of drink. But if it's like it looks like a fizzy water, like a club soda or something, and like a regular kind of drink glass, I've been asked way less.
Seltzer and bitters too. Soda water and bitters, always the best.
Or cranberry.
Or cranberry. Or Aperol. If you want to get like fancy, just do Aperol and soda water. That's expensive. That's like the cost of a drink. But if you're that kind of, some nights I'll do that where I'll have like 1 or 2 of those and it's chill AF because it's like 5% alcohol,
Yeah, exactly.
So add water, basically. And then if you are hungover,
you already got there.
You already got there. You didn't drink water. It's okay. It happens to all of us.
It does.
It's fine. I did it like last week. Also, I just didn't drink a lot of water and got stoned, then drank a lot, then went in the pool, And so I had my hangover like mid-evening. Because when you get started early,
goodness,
like you just dip and then you're okay. So it wasn't terrible. I didn't puke. Which was good.
Well, there you go.
Yeah,
that might be my secret. Is that I'm a puker.
Puking. Yeah, puking does help a lot of the time.
Yeah, I found I'm a puker.
Mm-hmm.
I don't black out either.
Mm-hmm.
Or it's not that I don't. I have, but like, I usually if I drink a lot, I will vomit way before I black out. So maybe that's my secret.
There you go. You puke
Be
first.
a puker. There you go. Puke first. Ask questions later.
Like, sorry I puked in your living room. Have you puked in people's homes? Like,
oh yeah, I've puked like at my friend's kitchen sink.
Nice.
I think that was my birthday party though.
One
so
of
I'm
the
allowed to do what
questions
I want.
actually I saw was, why do Americans puke in the toilet? That's disgusting. Why don't they always puke in the kitchen sink? And I was like, good question, honestly.
Because I mean, like, gross stuff already goes in the kitchen sink, but then again, gross stuff goes in the toilet. But it's like, I don't know.
Sean and I have this debate often. People should weigh in. Is it gross to spit in the kitchen sink? He says yes. To like hock a loogie in the kitchen sink.
It depends a lot. Like if you just leave it there, like say you clean up right after yourself, who cares?
Yeah.
Who cares? But like if you leave it there, it's like, yeah, that's pretty fucking nasty. It's it's worse than leaving like just like a dish in the sink.
Oh, for sure.
But if you clean it off, it's like none the wiser.
Definitely unsettling too. But like I wasn't gonna leave it in the sink. Don't yuck on my yuck. Don't yuck on my yum. Don't yuck on my yuck. That's what they say on my at my brother and sister's school.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. Or they did say at one of their older schools. It's like a kid's phrase, like don't.
I am not in tune with the kids these days.
It's basically just like don't knock it till you try it.
Oh,
yeah,
that's fair.
Yeah, but I like it a lot more than that because yuck and yum are universal. I think.
Oh, definitely.
Well, yeah, that was the question about toilets, but it is true. Like you don't want to get shit in your mouth.
I mean. But how many people take a shit and then throw up on top of it? Like, you should be cleaning your toilet. Like, I don't know.
But you don't clean it that often.
Okay, fair enough.
And yeah, this is a good
distance.
point.
Like, you're not like rubbing your face
Also, I
on
think
it.
it's just the convenience of.
It's usually closer to your bed.
Yeah, and I throw up in my bed when I get the spins.
Maybe just people in European countries just don't fucking puke.
Yeah.
As much.
Yeah.
Like we have Americans have it figured out because Europeans don't tend to binge drink as much, right? Mm-hmm. Maybe we just are like advanced in our drinking, our binge drinking, which I don't know if that's anything to be proud of.
Yeah,
but it is what it is, And
I don't know if it's advanced though. This is making me really consider puking. And just where I want to do it.
Oh, I thought you meant like right now. I was like,
oh no.
I was like, what?
No, I'm fine. I smoked weed. That's a natural non-nausea medicine.
Oh yeah,
from God.
God himself bestowed it upon the earth.
Jesus would have smoked weed.
I bet Jesus did smoke weed.
Probably. It would probably grow well in the Middle East.
He wouldn't even have to grow it. You know how he
Yeah.
did water into wine? He could just
There
turn
you
like
go.
whatever he wanted
Flowers
into marijuana.
weed. That would be a beautiful painting. A beautiful
Should get that
velvet.
commissioned.
I want a black velvet color in of that, like Jesus, and on one
The
side,
transmutation.
one side are like pansies and flowers and roses, and the other's just like dank nugs. And then you'd
with
color
like angels
it in.
overhead.
Oh my God! Oh,
Coming
I
down
might
from the
make
heavens.
this the
Yeah.
picture. I like bought supplies to collage, and I have paint and like a canvas. This might be it.
Oh, I think you just
Watch out,
completely nailed
world.
it.
World, watch out. Molly Smithson is now a Jesus painter. It's going to be a collage of Jesus.
Michelangelo over here.
I'm going to take John Hamm's eyes. No, not his eyes. His jaw is the best feature, I would say.
Oh yeah.
Whose eyes are the best? Ooh, Jon Snow.
Oh, there you go. Oh, yes. Combine those two
Oh,
together.
Jonathan Van Ness. So many Johns.
Yes. Oh, apparently there we go. That's just whoever's name is John. Just throw them together.
But do you know who I'm talking about?
No,
The Queer Eye guy with the long hair.
Oh,
His hair.
yes,
obvi,
his hair is
Jesus.
pretty amazing.
He
Oh,
actually
well, yeah.
could be the whole head.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that just seems reasonable.
Mm-hmm. Body of like not someone impressive. Not
No,
a dad
I mean
bod.
Jesus was like a regular guy.
He was just a skinny dude.
He was just some guy.
If Jesus was around right now, he would probably be wearing like
Crocs.
Crocs, linen pants.
Yeah, he'd definitely keep the linen pants thing up, like
Mm-hmm.
like one of those like Be Happy shirts.
Oh, classic.
Yeah, and sometimes a bandana, but not usually.
Yeah. Isn't it crazy we make art of Jesus and then we also make like people make cheesy art of like celebrities they worship?
Yeah.
Like if Jesus was around, he'd be like, "Thank you so much. I'm honored, but I'm not putting this in my house." Maybe he would. He would probably would. I would be kind of, I don't know. If somebody made, I would be into it. I'm such a fucking liar.
Like, well, I mean, I don't see why not.
Yeah. So hangovers, I think we said water. Obviously, once
I
you
think
get
that's
there,
honestly the biggest thing is water and puke if you feel
Yeah.
any need to puke.
And
As far
if-
as what you eat
yeah.
afterwards, eat
I have
carbs
a whole
before.
routine.
A whole routine?
Yeah.
Please explain.
So it goes coffee, weed, poop, Chinese food. Sometimes Chinese food before poop. It depends on like what time you're doing all of this, you know?
Yeah, like how late you wake up.
I do say coffee and weed first. And if you
Oh,
need to
easy.
eat something, like eat Chinese food either before or after.
Yeah, and the few times I've been hungover, I've just kind of suffered because I didn't know what to do.
Yeah, you didn't
I
have
didn't have the
experience.
practice at
Yeah.
all. I was just like, I was like, I guess I drink more water.
Right.
And like, I know, eat greasy stuff. It's like,
yeah. Oh.
I mean, definitely
grease.
smoke weed. I figured that out pretty quick.
Mhm,
But like,
mhm.
I don't know.
Coffee helps. For
Coffee.
show.
Okay. I typically would. I think it's just kind of do what I would do.
Ibuprofen. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a
just
good
do what I
one.
would normally do, except
Yeah.
for also take Advil.
Yeah.
Sweet.
I also like take a hot shower and I'll lately this is such a like pro hack for poor people.
Dope. I'm
I-
listening.
Twist my my shower head is adjustable, and so I'll twist it to the really hard one, you know,
Mhm.
and then I just let it like rub my sinuses out because I get a lot of when I'm post drinking. Maybe it's because I smoke sometimes, especially when I'm drinking.
It's just like, ugh,
Yeah,
in
it's
your
terrible right up here.
sinuses. Ooh.
Yeah, but yeah, that's my advice.
Yeah, I guess mine would be to be me. Just gain a superpower.
And don't
ask the
beat
cosmos
me.
for a superpower. Honestly, if you could ask the cosmos, you could do a reading, tarot reading, and just ask for no more hangovers. Ask and you shall
I
receive.
think it's something mortal people though. Like everybody has their thing. It doesn't happen to them, right? But like, I think you do need to suffer
that's
through
a double-edged sword
hangovers.
too.
Yeah.
It's like if you don't have hangovers, there's no consequences.
Don't drink to have a hangover either. You know, binge drinking is so shitty. Like,
Yes, disclaimer:
why are you
binge
still
drinking
doing
is
it?
bad. Binge
it's not
drinking is awful.
2012. Okay, everybody, it's not Obama still. We're fucking suffering. Sober up. Not
Sober
too
up,
much.
bitch. Just enough. Just enough. It's hard to fight the patriarchy when you're wasted and then hungover the next day.
That's why weed is like making a comeback.
Yeah, it definitely should.
Yeah.
It's way better than alcohol.
Yeah, absolutely.
No, weed is far superior. It like you don't get all sloppy. First of all, like you might get a little spacey.
True.
You might get real spacey.
You might
but you're
say
not gonna
some
fall on
things
the
that,
ground. You're not gonna cry about something your best friend did to you 2 years before to like your mutual friend and then puke on the sidewalk.
True.
So it's like honestly
messy.
I might eat, like too much Chinese food. I might regret it, but I won't regret it as much as things that I could do while hammered.
Yeah. Let's see. What should you do if your therapist quits?
Well, that's just already really awkward. Your therapist quits. I think it kind of depends on why your therapist quit. Like, was it you or was it them?
Yes.
Because hopefully it's not you.
Right.
But if it is, then you obviously need to kind of get your shit together. It's like, wow, your therapist dumped you.
Yeah.
Like, they broke up with you.
But I don't know if that's like what
quitting
the
you
ethics
or just
of
quitting.
that is.
Yeah, I know,
I'd like to
right?
ask my friend, but she hasn't spoken to me in the last week, and I don't mean to be salty about it. Maybe I should go to my therapist and talk about it. But like, what's going on? I'm worried. Call me.
Plug right there.
Plug right there. Emotional plug. Podcasts are just about plugging things that are happening. This podcast is.
Yeah, so your therapist, maybe they don't dump you, but they
Maybe
just quit being a therapist. Maybe.
Oh, yeah, that happened to me.
Yeah,
but
I think that's
also,
the most common.
My insurance ran out, and so then because my parents fucking whatever. But then I think she was just like letting me go. But it was okay. It was an okay time for it to happen, kind of.
For sure.
Sort of.
What do you do? I mean, it depends on your situation. Like, maybe you're sick of therapy and it's kind of worked out. Because you can only do that shit for so long. Like, talking to someone about your feelings and innermost thoughts for an hour at a time fairly regularly is extremely exhausting.
Yeah, but I think,
it's worth it, though.
If they quit in general, though, you can go and, like, there are resources to find another therapist. Ask them if you're still in contact with them.
Yeah, they always will be able to refer you to someone. Yes.
And if you're not super sure, maybe try out like group therapy or a class. That's a good way to like ease out of it, because I think they're weekly, but you can go like at pretty much any frequency. I don't think there are lessons.
I don't.
It's
think
not like
so.
church camp. Like you don't need to be there every day.
Yeah, right. Yeah, like I think that honestly, just because that they're not going to be your therapist anymore for whatever reason doesn't mean that right now they're not your therapist.
Yeah.
Like, you can still ask them for help, and like, ethically speaking, they gotta help you out. And it's like,
True.
they got into therapy, probably a good person anyways.
Yeah.
So I think this people out of the goodness of their hearts will help you out. Just don't be afraid to ask for help.
Yes.
That
and
goes
if you're
for
looking
anything.
for resources, you can go to NAMI.
Yeah, NAMI's really good.
The National
Alliance of Mental Health or something.
I think you're right. So
they're pretty cool.
Go. Very cool. And then we have 2 fun questions. I think they're fun because they're both questions I think about often. FYI, everyone, I need you to write in.
Write questions.
It's a link on my website.
Plug.
If you go to Molly Smithson, it says Take Some Molly. You can post your question there. I'm going to make
Anonymous.
a Facebook ad of this week because I'm like, that's how I feel.
That's the screaming. That's intense.
The screaming.
That's how dire this need is. Please go to this website and donate your ideas to Molly Smithson. She needs them very desperately.
So
she get TV ads for it.
What are some things going on in your life, Kate, that you could pose a question about right now? Give the audience an example, or give the audience an example, or I'll come up with an example. Let's see.
Of like what? of like just a general
just a
advice.
deep
Like
question.
deep question.
Not deep, but
like really something I genuinely want advice for.
Yes, exactly.
I think a good one, because I mean, there's always the fear of this, because you never know when it's going to happen. But what do I do if I lose my job? Like get fired?
That is tough. Do you have savings at this point?
I do, but
Okay.
I'm having to start dipping into them. It's kind of annoying.
Yeah.
Not like, I mean, the Grubhub's like fine, and I'm doing math
Right.
tutoring and stuff. So it's mostly for fun money, but like that makes a really big difference. Like
so that's one part of that
file for
question.
unemployment. I
File
would
for
imagine.
unemployment. Grubhub.
Don't file too hard.
Yeah.
You don't want to get hooked on that. I mean, honestly, you just send in applications, they give you money. Like that's kind of double-edged sword in and of itself. But honestly, like if you get fired, even if you get fired, you can often still qualify, which a lot of people don't know. Yeah. So if you get fired from your job, like you should at least talk to the unemployment office, and they'll be able to tell you if you qualify or not. Yeah. I haven't done that because I just quit. I quit my job. Right. And I didn't really have like, it wasn't one of those exceptions. It was like any reasonable person would have like quit this position. It was like, no, I just didn't like my job. So, but honestly, if you're fired, you might get an unemployment check, which is fucking awesome. A lot of people don't know that. And honestly, whatever people are like, oh, it's mooching off the government. It's like, what?
It's
the
not
government is
mooching,
meant to be
though.
mooched.
Right.
Mooched is the wrong word. Like the government is there as a service. That's the point.
It's such a fucked system too, because people can't make a certain amount above the unemployment. So if you are like Grubhubbing or working in the service economy, you can't work a certain amount, and so then it keeps people. I don't know. It does suck to do those jobs, but that's always an option. Tutoring or
putting any skill that you like have to work, like if you can, like if like honestly, if you don't mind driving and you don't mind a little bit of stress that kind of goes up and down, kind of a roller coaster, honestly do Grubhub. Absolutely. It's better than Lyft, as far as I Lyft and Uber, because you don't have to have anyone else in your car. Like my car is totally like messy and it doesn't matter. Yeah. It's old and it doesn't matter because no one ever sees my car. It's pretty sick.
That's sweet.
So don't be afraid to jump into something that you're good at and see if you can make money off of that. That's kind of the only way I would have been able to do this. Yeah.
And I would say like if you're trying to find another career and you're not sure what you want to do, like look at the things that you enjoyed from your job or the things that you like wanted to do every day, as opposed to the shit. I mean, look at the shit that you like dreaded and you put off too, and say, oh, this position is gonna have that, I don't want to do that.
Exactly.
If you have that luxury of being able to job hunt and try to start your own thing if you want, if you have those like resources of capital, and like you were talking about furniture like that, or not furniture, games.
Well, I mean, even furniture, like stuff you know something about. Yeah. Like thrifting, actually, if you're smart about it, right, it's actually like, but it's hard, like it's hard to break in. But if you can, it's actually pretty lucrative.
For sure.
So that's something, honestly, if you like stuff and you're kind of a jack of all trades, I honestly, like, you know, you like a lot of different things, but you're not really super knowledgeable about any one thing, like resale is actually really good. Yeah. Because you just have to know a lot about a lot of stuff. You don't have, like, you kind of start with getting to know like a crap ton about one thing. Right. But it's better to be general if
yes.
in the long
I was
run.
Just talking about this on my last podcast too. Wow, this is a good
wow, you should
summary. Listen to the podcast before you come on. I have so many demands of people for this podcast.
I wanted to come and do it fresh.
Yeah.
And also I'm lazy.
Like it. Well, it's good to have themes that come up, you know?
Yeah, it is.
It's good. This is good advice. Work hard. Have things you're passionate about.
Yeah, like
hustle if you can.
Yeah, honestly, it's annoying, but you gotta be a little worker bee sometimes. Yeah. But if you do lose one of your jobs, well, it's better to immediately jump on another one, even if it's not ideal. But if you can job hunt in that time, that's why I like Grubhub, because I can set my own hours.
That's cool.
So I can still like do interviews and stuff like that and work my schedule around it. That honestly, if you're looking for something to do and you don't hate driving in Portland, so about 1% of you.
Yeah, or driving, or if you have it, it's tough if you lose your job in like an area where there's not a lot of jobs, and that's why rural versus urban is so different.
Yeah, for real, it is different.
Let's see here. Is it gross for me to wear the same underwear for over a week?
Yes.
Yes. Maybe unless they're merino wool and you're like washing them in the sink.
Oh, okay.
If you can wash them in the sink.
I guess I was thinking about this question
yes.
too simplistically. Still yes. That would really take some commitment. I honestly think if you're committed enough actually to wash your underwear every single day by hand, then sure, go for it. Yeah. You're really committed to that underwear, and I can kind of commend you for that. But the way a normal person might do this, no.
Yeah.
That
Agreed.
is not cool. Yes, it is gross. Mm-hmm. I'm sorry. I mean, unless you're camping, but even then, it's like, honestly, after like day 3, I would just stop wearing the underwear. Like if I was like if I had to do that for some reason, like didn't pack underwear on a camping trip because you packed while you were super stoned. This has never happened to me. I haven't packed socks though.
A lot though.
See, well then honestly, like if you're already gonna wear the same pair for a week, you might as well just not wear underwear at that point.
I mean, it could get gross and like caked of poop. We're back
exactly. Like honestly, the build up after a whole week, I can't imagine. Well, I can imagine. I do not wish to imagine.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. No.
Yeah, just be able to wash. Hopefully you have water, unless you're in the desert, in which case you're probably not going to the bathroom a lot if you don't have resources.
That's true.
So wash your underwear and it's
Please.
fine.
It is fine.
Honestly, I don't wash clothes a lot, like that's kind of a made up American thing too.
Right.
Because you don't have germs all over your body.
No,
if
I wear
anything,
jeans like a stupid amount of times in a row.
Yeah.
They're perfect. They've somehow I don't know if jeans are just magically stain resistant.
Well, but
they're
you're supposed to. I think they kind of are though, and that it fades in and it becomes part of the gene. Like unless it's like
the singular gene.
It's the patina. I know this.
Wow, I didn't imagine I would learn so many new things today.
See, this is what happens when you take some Molly.
I have been taking Molly incorrectly then. No.
You experience a whole new world. Okay. So underwear not gross if you wash them. What does a good foot look like?
Oh my goodness. Well, when you first said that, it made me think of that bar on Stark. The Good Foot.
Oh, Good Foot Lounge.
Yeah.
Ooh, is that why it's named that, I wonder?
I mean, honestly, we should probably just ask them.
Yeah.
What makes it good? That's a really good prank phone call, is to call the Good Foot and ask what makes a good foot.
I wonder if we could do it on my computer right now.
Maybe we could Facebook message the business.
I think you have to plug your headphones into an in cord.
Is it hashtag worth it?
I mean, I might be able to do it. No,
they're not even open yet. Yeah, they're not even open yet.
We'll do it later.
Yeah,
we'll do it another time. Yeah, it's 2:30. I always lose track of time.
Yeah, right.
Fuck. Okay, well, what does a good foot look like? I'd say long toes for sure.
Not too long.
Elegant. No, not too long. I don't know.
On the longer side.
I have ugly feet.
I don't really like mine, but
yeah.
Honestly, shaped well, nice curvature, not all these random, bones and stuff, being in
don't have any random bones in your foot, because that's also a medical issue.
Not unrandom, very normal bones protruding and interesting in random ways. That's not very appealing.
Bunions.
Yes, exactly.
No wounds.
No warts.
No open sores.
Basically, your foot should look normal. It's a good foot. But do any feet really look normal? No. Honestly, a clean foot is a good foot. No blue nail polish. What about? But just that. Just only not.
I would
blue.
say blues or greens.
Just don't do that.
I don't know. Make it close to a skin color. I do like a nice maroon. or a dark red. I get that.
Natural colors, because like honestly, yeah, very natural. That makes sense. I'm like imagining it. I'm seeing this foot in my mind's eye.
Just if I'm thinking of a good foot, I do not think blue nail polish. I'm not saying if you're picking that that's a bad choice. Yeah. Maybe it's your vibe. I don't know. But when I think of a good foot, like what I visualize is not blue nail polish.
You know, fair enough.
That's where we may differ on these opinions.
I'm trying to imagine it, and honestly, I think it's something I can kind of get behind. So,
yeah.
All right, agree to disagree.
Yeah.
But overall about the good foot, though, I think we agree on most things. So.
Right. Oh my gosh. Well, what an episode. We've
covered
such a range of topics, Kate. It's been so interesting. Do you have anything that you want to talk about for people to know in your life? Plug, whatever.
Just honestly, like if anyone I do know is listening to this, which would be dope. Thank you for listening to this.
Yeah, thank you.
And honestly, thank you, Molly. You know, it's been really fun, and glad we got to do this. And honestly, I just want to express gratitude at the end. Yeah, because to you, to the people listening, to all that, because that makes the biggest difference.
It really does.
No, gratitude makes a huge difference.
I love it. Okay, well, make sure you subscribe on whatever channels that you are listening on so you can know when we have new episodes. Also, rate and review on
Tell
iTunes.
me what you think of me and Molly, but mostly me.
Answer our questions on my website, Molly Smithson, or Molly Golightly. MOLLIGOLIGHTLY on everything. Website, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. It's official. I'm going to start using this as my stage name, I think.
Hell yeah.
Do you like that?
It's pretty dope because it's like it's kind of hard to spell, but I was just like, whoa, letters, but when you say it, that's
Molly
honestly what really matters, is because people can spell those words.
Right.
So it's like you give it to them once, you're like, hey, Molly Golightly, and then you spell it out, but people will remember it after that.
Yeah, very true.
No, I like it. I like it.
Yeah, thank you. Well, yeah, find the question page in this podcast on those channels. And then also come check out Trash Amp Productions.
Yes.
I
went to one, yes.
Yes. What did you think of the first big one?
Oh my God. I didn't expect it to be bad. I expected it to be good because it's you, but it was hilarious.
That's awesome.
I was really pleased. I thought it was, and I actually talked to the headliner. His name is escaping me now because
Derek Sheen.
Yes. Yeah. He was just a really nice guy.
Such an amazing.
Really funny. I loved his style.
Yeah.
And I highly recommend.
Yeah.
10 out of 10 would attend again.
Thank you. Well, yeah, I pride myself on working with nice people. I think that's my biggest thing. And so, yeah, check out our website, trashampproductions.com. And have a great day, everybody. Enjoy this Molly we just gave you.